In a faraway kingdom nestled between mountains and rivers, there was a young prince named Kwame, known across the land for his immense wealth, wisdom, and kindness. Prince Kwame had reached the age where it was time for him to choose a wife, and his decision weighed heavily on his heart. He wanted a partner who was more than just beautiful, someone who was kind, wise, and strong. He wanted someone with a heart of gold. The village elders, hearing of this, spread the news throughout the land. Many young women from the neighboring villages came to the royal grounds, eager to catch the prince's eye. Each day, a long procession of beautiful maidens would walk through the palace gates, dressed in their finest clothes, their hair adorned with intricate braids and bejeweled ornaments. They performed dances, sang songs, and displayed their many skills to win the prince's favor. However, amidst all the glamour there was one girl, quiet and humble, who lived at the edge of the village. Her name was Amina, an orphan who had been left with nothing but her integrity and spirit. She had no fine clothes or dazzling jewelry, only the strength she had gained from a life of hardship. Raised by her late parents to be gentle yet courageous, she believed in the power of the heart. One evening, as Amina gathered water at the village well, she overheard women gossiping about the prince's search for a wife. They laughed at the idea of someone like her ever being noticed by royalty. "The prince would never look at an orphan girl like you," they sneered. Their words stung, but Amina held her head high. Her heart told her that no amount of wealth or status could ever define a person's true worth. The next day, the prince announced that he would hold a special gathering in the village square. It would be an unusual test, he said, one that would reveal a woman's true nature. Each maiden was to come before him, but not with fine clothes or elaborate gifts. Instead, they were to bring something that held personal significance, something that reflected their soul. Many of the young women were puzzled by the request. Some brought golden bracelets passed down through generations, while others offered rare silks and spices. Each gift was extravagant, meant to impress the prince with their wealth and beauty. When it was Amina's turn, she hesitated. She had nothing of material value, nothing that would dazzle or impress. But she did have something, her late mother's simple wooden comb. It had been carved by her father, who passed it to her mother on their wedding day. It was a symbol of love, resilience, and loyalty, a reminder of where she came from. As Amina approached the prince, murmurs spread through the crowd. "She has brought a simple comb," they whispered, mocking her offering. But when Amina handed the comb to Prince Kwame, she spoke with sincerity. "This may look like a simple object, my prince, but it holds the love of my family. It is a symbol of loyalty and the strength to persevere, no matter how difficult life becomes." The prince, deeply moved by Amina's words, felt a warmth in his chest. There was a simplicity and truth in her offering that none of the others could match. Days passed and Prince Kwame grew more and more troubled. The extravagance of the other gifts no longer impressed him. He began to realize that the wealth and beauty surrounding him masked the true character of many of the women. But one gift, one gesture of humility, stayed with him: the simple comb from the orphan girl. Determined to see her once more, Prince Kwame devised one final test. He invited the young women back to the palace, this time instructing them to help prepare a great feast for the kingdom. He watched from a distance, observing how they treated the servants, the cooks, and each other. Many of the maidens, thinking themselves too important for such work, were dismissive of the servants. They wore their finest clothes, but did little to contribute. Amina, on the other hand, rolled up her sleeves and worked alongside the servants, smiling and laughing as she helped to prepare the food. She was gentle and kind, treating everyone as equals, no matter their status. When the feast was ready, Prince Kwame stood before the people and made his decision. "Today I have seen many beautiful faces and many grand gifts, but only one gift has touched my heart," he declared. "It is not the gift of gold or riches, but the gift of loyalty and kindness. Today, I choose a woman who has shown me that true beauty lies within the heart." He then turned toward Amina, who stood among the servants, humble and unaware of what was to come. "Amina, the orphaned girl with the heart of gold, will be my queen." The crowd gasped in disbelief, but as they looked at Amina's radiant smile and gentle demeanor, they began to understand. She was not just beautiful on the outside. Her spirit, her resilience, and her kindness were what truly made her stand out. Prince Kwame and Amina were married in a grand ceremony, and the people celebrated their union with joy. Amina's story spread throughout the kingdom, a reminder that true worth is not in riches or status, but in the goodness of one's heart. Together they ruled the land with wisdom and compassion, and their love became the stuff of legends, told for generations as a tale of how an orphaned girl with nothing but a simple comb and a pure heart captured the love of a prince.